Well, welcome to my game. This is Nix. And, well, you can see we're playing Farm together. Particular goal for this episode, just leveling up crops, doing quests, and answering any questions that may come into chat. If you wonder why I'm doing this thing, it's because for my um, buildings, I have some items that need to be worked on, and I need the wheat or grain. Now we get into some harvesting. Do I have those donkeys? I don't. No, I don't have any donkeys. I need to add them. Okay, not a problem. I just can't remember where the donkeys would go. So I can grow them. Grow them. Okay, there. That, I think that means you may come under the sheep. No, they don't. They come under their own. Fudge. Oh well. 60. $14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 24, 25, 26. Yep. Works for what it is. You know, for the cows, it's gonna get creative. Well, we got under the goats? No, goats do milk. I thought they would have gone under the sheep, but apparently. I know they work with the horses, at least I think they do. Yeah, just have to work with it. Which is fine. Not a major issue, just a minor inconvenience. Yeah, I'm getting there. Yeah, working. Not what I was trying to do. Oh well. So what? It's going on fine there, that's for sure. There we are. Let's see here. Anything else? Salmon's still going down. Ow. Still pigs to thing. Lavender's coming along. Lilac's coming along. Still waiting for the season for the olive tree so I can harvest them. Clams are slowly getting done. Hampshire pigs. Could be a while for those. Just started that one. So, pretty much done what I can here other than just doing some general planting and harvesting. What can melons aren't open yet. Yeah, good. Ow! Thank you, baby girls. Do I are the melons? No, they aren't. Yeah, they are. They are. So it's fall and winter only. Well, it's the next season after summer. Hmm. I'll plant a row of strawberries because I know those have good return within the next day, aka tomorrow. Asparagus would be in a. Oh, no, plant a row. Sometimes it's just a matter of just planting, so you can plant something, which is better than absolutely nothing. So you can at least get some ahead, even if it isn't completely you know doubling your outlay. Yeah, it's only like a say 5% return. That's still better than nothing. Decent planting for the time being. Hmm. We are sleep the season away. Be right back. And we can now plant the melons. Yeah. She took, hey, baby girls wanted the water and she went and did the other one. So guess what? Yes, puppies. Good luck on that one. 嗯，not got that bad amount, but then this should double it. $60, $50, $40, $30, $20, teens. But at least it works. I don't think so, little one. Hello, baby girls. Good girl. Uh. No, I don't think so. Ow! No. Gotta love puppies. A. No! You do not need to come up here. You gotta learn to be on the ground. Yes, once you can hold your potty, you'll be able to come up. No, off. I said off. No, you're not coming up. No! Norman, you want to come and get your pup? No! No! If you dare rip the bed, I'm gonna be upset, kid. Where was I? Oh yeah. Have a puppy with claws. It makes me look like I lost a battle with a cat. Almost finished this round. Hey, oh, doing okay. Other than the fact that a certain little puppy um is making me look like I've got a cat. I've lost a fight with a cat. Yeah. Yep, those puppy nails. It's like I don't have an objection to the puppy nails. I just have an objection to looking like I've gotten scratched up by a cat. Because, well, those puppy claws are very sharp, and I don't heal well. Yeah. Um, Mostly just been working on laundry, working on the fridge. Um, Not much else really. Playing some Minecraft on my computer. Oh, nice. Uh, well, yeah, at least you're able to be there for moral support and whatnot. You know, maybe not be able to lift heavy things, but moral support and just being there to help in general is not a bad thing. I'm playing Farm Together at the moment, and I think has gone into close view on with the camera, and I'm trying to remember how to get my camera to go back out to the long view to do from a far view. It's like what did I hit again to do that? I forget. It's like you get so used to playing in one mode, and then you hit the button to go in the other mode, and then you're doing the like, how did I get out of how do I get back into the mode I was in? Oh fudge, I forgot. It's like, I will remember eventually. Yes, I will. Honest, I will. I hope. Because it's super annoying playing with a close-up view, and you want to be playing with a further view so you can see everything at once. So, So other than helping your friends, what have you been up to? Oh yeah, it was with your grandmother? Yeah. So how'd that go for you? Good. Ah. Well, hopefully you're able to have some of the food that was on offer. Oh, nice. Well, that you were able to celebrate and have something. It may have been not what you exactly wanted to have, but it was better than absolutely nothing. And I'm quite sure she appreciated you being there. No. Well, age is one thing, and everything else is another thing for being able to get out. I'm quite sure all the COVID thing and wanted to make sure she's safe has been part of the reason for it staying put. Well, that's good. Oh, because of the whole senior thing? Well, at least she was able to get vaccinated. So that's half the battle. I know there from the news about some of the states have not given priority to seniors or disabled, basically giving priority to frontline workers and whatnot only. So has the stats gone up any for the U.S. for when it comes to their levels are for people that are actually getting vaccinated? Oh wow, only half. That is not good. Cause, yeah, because with half the population, that means there will be no protection for the vulnerable. Because they need like 85% at minimum to get herd immunity. Uh, yeah. Well, I know they've had some TikToks where they've had people doing telling people like they and then they have military people doing the thing like, "You won't believe what I got hit with when I was in the military. I don't even know half the stuff they gave me." It's like so. It's like anybody that doesn't want to get vaccines, don't join the military because guess what? They hit you with everything. Yeah, they're gonna hit you with everything, and it doesn't matter what you want or don't want. It's called you joined. Your body belongs to the USA now. You have no autonomy. The government says you're getting it. You get it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, probably they gave you stuff for TB and all that jazz as well because of who you'd be dealing with. Yep. Smallpox included, probably. People say, oh, well, smallpox has been eradicated. Actually, no, it hasn't. It was at one point eradicated, or considered to be so, but thanks to other countries and other people that were never vaccinated, guess what? It came back. which is what happens with things. If there aren't enough to prevent it from coming back, where there is a micro way, there is a way for it to come back. So what's your plans for tomorrow? Oh, fun. Hopefully they have some good news for you. Well, that's good. Having those being cleaned is a good thing, so you don't. If there's no swollen, no redness, no nothing like that, it means you're on the mend, and your diabetes is not interfering with it. That's always the number one worry that they have when you have surgery and you're diabetic, is that that's going to interfere with your healing process. Oh, it sounds like it. If you aren't having any complications and you're healing quite well, then yeah, you're doing good. Oh, that's very good then. Sweet. Oh, let's hope it continues to work for you. Oh, nice. Yeah, because the less you have to take, the better. I know, I'm always happy when it's like, well, you don't have to take this anymore. And it's like, I don't? You sure? You serious? And they're like, yeah, why would we not, why would we lie to you? And it's like, oh, I don't know. Because you can, maybe? It's like, I trust you, but I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. Like, if I can only throw you 2 feet, then that's maybe as far as I'll trust you is 2 feet. Yeah, planning on doing some shopping tomorrow. Yeah. Well, we since we went through the fridge, we got what is in need versus what is really not in need. AK, we used all this last time, but we didn't really eat enough of it to warrant getting it again. So I was like, I have a better idea. It's like some of it's like seasonal stuff. Like you get it because it's in season, then you eat it, but then you don't eat all of it, so you realize it may have been a good treat at the time, but it's not worth getting it a second time around, even if it is a good treat, because the first time around you only ate like 75% of it, and 25% went to waste. So economically, it's unless you can get it cheaper than what you originally would pay for it, it isn't economically a viable option. Like Norman had one of his chocolate milks in there that he loves. He thought he had drank it. Guess what? He hadn't. It had just gone moved to the back of the fridge, and in return, it went chunky. So he lost one of his favorite chocolate milks, and it's called, well, if you're gonna get it again, then you're gonna be drinking it within 24 48 hours of getting it, because that's not cheap stuff. Now, if you get it on sale for one of those days, then paying a dollar for it, not a problem. But when you pay upwards of like $4 or $5 for it because it's not on sale, then yeah, that's wasted money. Yeah, I've got a carton of soy milk that chocolate soy milk that I really do need to open up and eat drink because it won't last forever. But at the same time, I want to preserve it for as long as I can. But it's like you can only preserve it for so long, and then it's like, when does that actually become a negative? So, oh well. So how's your sleeping been? Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, so it's not waking you up. Yeah, that's a positive on that regards. Yeah, for a time there, you weren't sure if it was going to be a positive or a negative. Oh, that's good. Yeah, probably. Yeah, you won't have to worry about having to take all the different medications, waiting for the medications to kick in, so you're not feeling so crummy, and or if you forget the medication and you can't access it because you can't get a refill of it because of whatever hoopla going on. So yeah, kind of like what I'm going through right now with the whole damn Dexcom in the program is like, well, they have to reapprove you, and it's like, how long is that going to take? Well, however long it takes them to reapprove you, and it's like, oh great, COVID in the mix, and the staff is not at full power. They're on a skeleton crew, which means your worker is, they're working from home or something, which means instead of them being, active duty for X time period, they're only working at half their capacity. So it's like that means you're doing the hurry up and wait. Oh boy. Oh, that's cool. At least they're willing to do that for you. That's a good thing. Yeah. Well, it's nice that they're do that for you. Yeah. But in the end, they're a business, which means they run a business, which means they want to be profitable, not in the negatives. So they'll help out for so long, and then it's called, where's our return? Although the amount they make versus how much it actually costs them to make it, they can afford to be generous here and there. Yeah. And since it's not exactly technology that went, the R&D that went into making it has long paid for itself. And the researchers and the product testing and all that jazz has all been paid for. Everything now is pure profit. Which is why they tend to come out with new ones every couple of years. Oh, no. Oh, wow. I wasn't aware of that. I just remember the information about the first CGMs and how bulky and, problematic those were. But yeah, and some people still mistake a pump for a pager. I know there's been a number of students that have had stupid supply teachers and whatnot pull out their pumps in class, thinking that they had a pager or something attached to them, and it's like you just took away the kid's lifeline. You stupid SOB. It's like those things are not cheap, and you just cost that parent $1,000 of funds because of your ignorance. Oh boy. Like I would never have thought somebody would be that ignorant, but apparently there are people that are. Yeah, it's like I can. It's as I said, for me, it's hard to believe that there are, even though I know there are because of the articles and that on it. It's just hard to imagine that there are, at this day and age that there are people that are that ignorant. Oh, yeah, I would be furious. But then again, when I was a kid in the school, I was on a special, diet type thing that I had to have sugar added to Coke. To Yeah, because there was something I had going on with my system, and one of the only ways to treat it was to actually have Coca-Cola, and you had what you did is you had to have a tablespoon of sugar to it. That would flat it what it did is flatten it out. But whatever it was that was in the Coke itself helped to fight the bug that I had contracted. So, but the teachers that I had in my public school were like, I had to keep my pop bottle, quote unquote, at the front of the class. I had one supply teacher refuse to let me have it because she's like, "You can't have pop during class. You have That's just for lunchtime." And me trying to explain to the person that no, this is not regular pop. This is a medical thing. This has nothing to do with me wanting to have a sugary drink. And her call me a liar and all that jazz in front of the students. So I basically walked out of class, went down to the principal's office, and basically informed the principal that I was being denied my medical rights. The principal promptly came up to the class, told the teacher that she was dismissed for the day, and they basically brought in one of the other teachers that had a spare, and that's what they did for the rest of the day. Is the teachers that had spares covered the class, and the supply teacher that they had there was no longer the supply teacher there. She was let go from the roster. Yeah, and I didn't actually realize at the time what had happened, other than the fact that the principal basically told the person to leave. I thought they may have just basically told him to aka leave, aka go to the staff room and you know I'll talk to you later type thing. It wasn't until after lunch that I realized what leave meant. So it's like I didn't mean to get the person in that much trouble. That wasn't my intent. But the school took it very seriously that they were a teacher that was employed by them was denying a student, quote unquote, stuff that actually had been prescribed for them to have for a medical reason. Yeah. Oh yeah. Doing done the explanation like you can't. But the thing is that even not listening to somebody, like it's like they could have confirmed with the school nurse or the principal or any number of other people within the school, and like to take the authority that you're right, the student is wrong. It's like yeah, it's like isn't it better to maybe have asked those who are actually in authority? Because I'm quite sure those who are in actual authority would have known what was going on. Because my mom had to clear it with the school with my EPI and all that jazz to, mend it so I would have it as part of my, required treatment. So it wasn't exactly just something that my mom thought up on a whim and said, oh, she's going to have this. It's like, no, it's like the doctor says she has to have it. The doctor is like, she's on this for at least, three, it was 3 or 6 months it was I was supposed to be on it. So I actually was on it for a good year. And literally put it this way, after that year, I didn't want to see Coke for the next 20 years. Like, we have Coke. He's like, no, thank you. I'll take it. It's like, for yeah, day. I Coke if that is my only option, but I'll willingly buy it. Still avoid it to this day after having to have it for an entire year of my life. I just grew to dislike it. It's like people say, "Well, maybe I get to have all the Coke you want. Oh, that would be a dream." It's like, actually, it isn't. No, the liquid you're allowed to have outside of water becomes one of those things that you eventually detest having. And then the only thing you're allowed to have for when you get ill, for when you got extra ill, they want liquids in you. That's the thing that they give you because that's what you're prescribed to have to help get rid of whatever it is that's going on with you. You start to resent it even further. So it's like just because you may like it or want it doesn't mean you won't develop a dislike for it when it's the only thing you can have. Because what was it? We went over to the Isle of Man. We had a B&B that we stayed at, and dinner was included. Well, at the time, I was going through a picky phase, and for all that they had on offer that was child friendly and all that jazz, I didn't want any of it. I wasn't interested in the hamburgers. I didn't want hot dogs. I wasn't interested in steak. I wasn't interested in half the stuff on the menu. So every day for almost a month or two, the first month that we were there, I ordered chicken and a salad. Plain chicken with a salad. Yeah, that's what I had for almost an entire month that we were there. It took the proprietor of the business realizing that I was ordering the exact same thing for every dinner and to ask my parents what was going on, and when they told them that there was nothing on the menu that I was willing to eat, that was the only thing that I would eat, they basically started doing the well, if she'll tell us for at breakfast what she wants for dinner, we'll make sure to make it for her. So we got in the habit of like we go to like Tesco's, and like the day before, my mom would actually go through the aisles with me and plan foods that I'd be willing to eat or items that I'd be willing to have. And then she make a list and give it to the kitchen of stuff that I was interested in eating. So then at dinner I would end up having like ground, basically taco meat without the taco stuff. Or I would have chicken, but instead of having it with a salad, I would get it with French fries or whipped potatoes. So like they basically they accommodated my quote unquote pickiness, but within their own budget that they had for their own menu. So it was like if on order was tacos, well they made me the taco without the taco stuff. I just had the ground beef, and they would put French fries or a baked potato with it. Something that I because I had it on my list. Or if they had lasagna. Well, since I hated pasta of all kinds at that stage of my life, they basically were like, okay, so you don't the pasta, but you don't mind the fillings for the pasta. So they would basically give me a deconstructed pasta. So and then again, no, yeah, I when I was a tween, I actually went through an entire thing where I absolutely detested pasta. You couldn't make me eat the stuff. I would just basically go, nope, walk away. My mom eventually got me eating it by buying veggie pasta made from vegetables and like cauliflower and all that jazz. That's how she got me to start eating pasta. Was she actually found a place in the city that made vegetable based pasta. And once she did that, I started eating quote unquote pasta again. And then she found the Asian noodles, which were rice noodles, and got me eating. Introduced those to me. And of course, once I found those, it was like, okay, I'll eat them, but forget the actual pasta. If it isn't made with rice or isn't made with vegetables, I don't want it. And to this day, I do not still like actual wheat pasta. I prefer veggie pasta or rice pasta. I still do not like, you know, regular pasta. It just does not sit with me. So it's like even as a kid I didn't like it. As an adult, I grew to like I'll eat it if I have to, but I prefer my veggie or my rice. Oh, I'm not. As I said, I'm not against it. It's just I don't know. There was just something about it that I didn't. I think it was. Well, I think back then it was a texture issue. Yeah, well, I have a sensory processing disorder, so taste and feels in my mouth can make or break what I will or won't eat. So if it tastes wrong or tastes off, then I will basically do the spit out or version thereof and just refuse to touch it thereafter. It's like there's nothing you can do to make me do it because my brain says nope, 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 not happening. So that's it's it's like it's the craziest thing. It's like you can have something the same way for 3 or 4 times, and you just have one time and it's off, and it's like you won't eat it again because the brain says nope, this was bad the last time I had it. I'm not having that again. or you smell it to give it a second chance and it smells the exact same way as the last one did, and you still do the nope, it smells the same, not having it, not trying it, nope. So yeah, that's one of my lovely little quirks. If it smells wrong, it tastes off, forget it. I won't. Which may be a good thing or maybe a bad thing, depends on how you look at it. Uh, yeah, I did a rice today with our dinner. I actually for once cooked. Yeah, I actually had I actually had enough energy to cook. So I did up. I we had I had found in our freezer one of the small roasts that we had. I had carved from the larger roasts. Like we buy the large things of pork when we get it, like a pork shoulder or pork butt, whatever is on cheap to buy. We'll buy the biggest one we can get, and then I'll carve it into you know I'll carve it into and I'll also carve it into like what you could put on skewers, and then I'll also measure off roasts. So it's like I try to get like three different cuts from it. I try to get the pork chops. I try to get the ones you can do for skewers, so you can do a marinated version. And then I try to get at least one or two roasts out of it, because roasts you never know when you're gonna need to have a little mini thing for a couple people, or you haven't got any much food left, and well, the roast is what you've got left, so it's perfect food. So that we happen to go through the thing, and I happen to have one of those in the back of the freezer, and it's like, well, we don't have any other meat. Great, grab it. So I basically threw that into a casserole dish, dumped in a packet of onion soup, filled that with water so it would boil the meat, and basically threw it in the oven, and that's what did that up. Then did I when it came out, I basically used the liquid from the French onion soup liquid, added it to the rice, then cooked the rice in the French onion liquid, and then served it with Brussels sprouts. So basically, it was like you had the pork roast. I diced it up and over a top of a bed of rice that was soaked in onion mix, so it absorbed all that yummy goodness with the side of Brussels sprouts. So I made use of everything that we had available, and made twice use of the onion soup. Part of it for the part of it to use for the rice. So it worked out quite well for the two of them. Yeah, my mom taught me that one, to use the onion soup and rice in that. It's a flavor, and if you don't want plain rice, to add either chicken stock or beef stock or onion soup stock to it, and it just gives it that extra bit of flavor that makes it taste better, or maybe not better, but at least not bland. Because I really need to get to the Asian shop and get some version of bento flakes. Because those seasoning packets a lot of the Asian ones have, that you add to rice, and they just make it gives the rice some nami. Yeah, but it's like trying to get it at this sometimes. Oh, really? Well, once you finish your restrictions, you'll be able to. Mm. Oh, okay. Hmm. Oh, they port suckers? Are they port suckers? Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm quite sure you'll be able to get it again eventually. Oh, it is nice. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, just like nope, nope, not happening. Mm, that sucks. Because otherwise it would be delicious. Yeah, that I can believe. Oh yeah. You okay, do you wish you prefer red miso, yellow miso, yellow miso, or orange miso? Okay. Yeah, the red has a more nami taste. The yellow has a more smooth taste, and the really dark, really, it's an orangish yellow one, has a smooth taste. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I can believe it. Oh, so you probably shouldn't be having it with your current restrictions. Yeah, no, I love it. I love it, but the fact that it's so high sodium, unless you get certain versions of it that are not so high sodium. But the thing is, the commercially available ones are all high sodium. But if they're made from scratch, they're low sodium. So it's like you either have to get it made in house without the preservatives, or you have to just suck it up and have the high sodium. And it's like, yeah, I don't want the sodium part. That too much of that just makes me feel bloated. Mm. Uh, I don't. It's like I don't actually look bloated or anything. It just makes me feel like I am. So it's like it's a personal feeling versus an actual reaction to it, which is I guess the most annoying part is like I have no actual reason to have an issue with it other than the fact that my brain says issue. And of course, as I said, once my brain tells me there's an issue, trying to get me to overcome that quote unquote issue is yeah, no. Yep. Because the brain is already set on the fact that it's called nope, 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 not gonna happen. Oh, yeah, when we were going through our fridge, we found things that were questionable. So since I know they've been in there for a while, it's called yeah, just toss those and get new. So the eggs we had in the pantry are already in the things. Pretty much were like four of them, so new one, which is fine. It's just a bit of an annoyance that we had a dozen eggs in there that may have been perfectly fine, but because I know they've been in there for more than 3 months, I don't trust them. Now, if I was in Europe and we didn't refrigerate the eggs because they don't have to be refrigerated, I would trust them. But here in North America, I won't. Here in North America, I don't trust the eggs if they can't be if they're not refrigerated because there's so many that are done with our stuff that they need refrigeration. They can't be left unrefrigerated. Yeah, it's really annoying that no. Nope. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. The thing is, you can add back to the shell to make them storable again. Even then, you still run the chance that they won't last. So it's just like that's why I don't trust our eggs because if it aren't they aren't like the ones from in Europe, then it's like I just don't trust them because ours are not made to last. They're made to be eaten now or tossed. Whereas the European ones, yeah, leave them out. They're good for however long you have them. Keep them in a cool, dry area. They're good for years to come. So there's much to be said about how the Europe parts of Europe do their stuff for their food versus how North America does it for ours. Yep. Yeah.